Welcome to Snapshot. Today I'm going to be doing a part 2 to my What If Fortnite and Hazbin Hotel had a crossover. So, let's get into it. But first, I want to say something about a question I got a lot in the first video, and that was, how do I not have more subscribers, or how am I not more successful? And to that I say, can you guess now? It's been over 2 weeks since that video came out, and I said this one was probably only going to take a week. Can you guess now why I don't have more subscribers? So these are my uploads over this past year, and as you can see, they're very sparse. There's your answer. This is all just a dumb bit to make fun of myself for not being able to do uploads on time or even in a timely manner, but yeah, that's why. That's a thing. Okay, getting on to the actual video now. So, if you haven't seen part 1, you should definitely go watch that first. It'll be linked up in the iCard in the top right now, because, you know, we're gonna start out with changing some stuff from part 1 that the comments suggested. So, let's get into that. So to start, I'm giving Alistair his neon colors from the pilot and Hell's Greatest Dad, because everyone pointed out to me that that makes sense for an alternative style for him. That would look really, really good, and that I somehow completely drew a blank on and didn't even think of doing. And I'm also going to give him a second back bling, that being just a radio, because, you know, it's Alistair. Next up, I got the recommendation to change Vaggy's set name from Fallen Angel to something else because it's a spoiler. However, since I gave her the Exterminator styles, it's going to be a spoiler no matter what. So, if you want to imagine it being different, go ahead. It's a concept. I like it like this. Epic has never been shy about doing spoilers in the actual skins, so I don't know. That's just a thing. If you want to imagine that, go ahead. Okay, next up we have a new item, that being Angel Dust, and his name would just be Angel because, his name is, well, it's an illicit substance, and I'm not going to say what substance, because I might get hit with the bonk stick if I do, but he's going to have his outfit from the majority of the show, Fat Nuggets as a backbling, and the Umbrella Husk had in Loser Baby as a pickaxe. So I'm adding this in a little late, so I didn't add it to the collage, but I'm going to include 2 outfits from Poison. The one from the cover art of the track, the one that's a little revealing depending on scene, but in some it's not horrible. It's not too bad. Their skins like it already. And then the Hurt one from when he's dancing with Valentino, because honestly that one actually looks really nice. I like that one. It fits Angel very well, and it's not revealing at all. So, extra value, bonus styles. Who doesn't love that? That's what everyone's complaining about the Avatar stuff with. So, you know, styles. Yay! Moving on, we have who's undoubtedly my second favorite character, Lucifer, and he would come with his main style from the show, along with a back bling of the Magic-tastical back-flipping rubber duck. His pickaxe would be his apple cane, and it would have a secondary style to be his fiddle, and his glider would be his wings. Surprising, you know, no one, because he has wings. Should be obvious. And once again, because I'm terrible at making videos, I forgot to include 2 styles in the collage, that being his full-on demon form from the finale, and his other finale outfit where he ditches the overcoat, because, you know, again, styles, they're great. Next up we have Serpentious, and I'm here to show him off, not explain to you how it would work, so let's begin. He would have his basic style for most of the show, his Heaven outfit, he would have a steampunk staff as a pickaxe, and Frank the Egg Boy from the first mini-pass as a back bling, and to round him off, he would have a glider of his blimp, because, look at that thing. That thing would be intimidating to see flying around. You know, recording this video is realizing I really shouldn't record at 1 to 2 in the morning, because I completely forgot wraps. We're not going to talk about that. So, for wraps, Angels would be black, white, and pink, like him, and it would feature his eyes all over it. Lucifer's would be white, gold, and red, with apples on it, because that's his thing. And lastly, for Pentious, I would give him a very steampunk look, because enough said about Pentious and steampunk. And while we're here, I'm going to include some other things that should have been at the beginning of this video that somehow slipped my mind relating to the first video. So, the Alistair mythic, the whole tentacle thing. Someone suggested that it should be like Venom and Carnage, and I really liked that, because that is kind of what I was thinking of to begin with. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool idea. And secondly, Alistair and Husk coming in a bundle together called A Deal's a Deal, which I really like that as well, because it just kind of fits them. So, I think I'm done amending things now, so we can continue. So now we move on to the part of the video that I think everyone's been waiting for, the mini pass. So let's get into it. So, starting at the top, we have Pass Ends In, which obviously doesn't have any number because it's not real. I named it Good Television because the whole Vox thing. I was torn between Good Television and just calling it the V's, but I thought Good Television was funnier. And it says, gain sparks and computer chips as you complete quests and take over hell, which is obviously what the V's are probably planning to do in Season 2. Over on the bottom right, we have Purchase to Unlock Velvet. We already know how this works, so you would receive Velvet immediately. And we're going to start on the free pass, just like last time. So, at Tier 1, we have Valentino. And I wanted to, kind of cram it with as much value as possible, so that's why we have all three of the V's in the pass, with not many level ups and not a lot of other stuff. So, starting out, we have Valentino. At Tier 2, we have his wings as both his glider and back bling, and at Tier 3, we have his chains as a pickaxe. At Tier 4, there's a free level, which who really cares for those? And then you will see all of the Hazbin Hotel OST album covers, and those are jam tracks / lobby tracks. Now, I didn't put specific ones in here because I would like the, you, the viewer, to come up with what they would be, because I feel like if I say it, people are going to say, you should have included this one, or you should have included this one, because obviously I'm biased towards certain songs. I would obviously go Hell's Greatest Dad, Stayed Gone, Hell is Forever. I'm biased like that. You probably wouldn't see some of the other ones like Whatever It Takes, or maybe even Out for Love, which I like Out for Love, but that's just kind of you, the viewer, can decide what each of those jam and lobby tracks are, because, reasons. So, between those first three OSTs and that one in the middle, we have Val and Velvet's loading screens, which I don't have any specific images, but you can use your imagination. After that little one in the middle, we have the wraps for each of them. You can imagine what their wraps would be like. Vox's would be red and blue, Velvet's would be red with hearts, and Val's would probably have some of his smoke on it, with maybe his wings pattern. And then lastly, we have another OST. Now, on the premium track is where things get fun. So, I gave Velvet her phone as a back bling, because I really couldn't think of much for her, and I was like, Epic does outside of the box stuff anyway, so let's make it her phone. And that outside of the box thinking continues with her pickaxe, which is a mannequin arm because she's a fashion designer. And I figured that would kind of match her theme. Next we have a level up, no one cares, and Husk's playing cards as a pickaxe. Now, those are in here literally just to fill a slot. Honestly, I probably could have put something else there instead, but I wanted to give those to Husk, and I felt like maybe that was a good way of doing it. Arguably, you could probably swap that and the loading screens up top around, and it would actually probably be better, but oh well. Moving on, it's another level, and then Vox's loading screen. Then you have another level, and you have two back blings. So, the back blings. One of them is one of Vox's little robo sharks in a tank, because I thought that was pretty cute and very much matched Vox's weird love of sharks, and we'll get to the sharks again, as you've probably seen from the top right corner. And the second back bling is a gaming console that is Vox Industries branded. Or as you may say, Vox Industries' newest thing, the Vox Box. That was terrible. But yeah, Vox branded gaming console I thought would be a pretty funny addition, and definitely fits Vox's whole entrepreneurialship. Try saying entrepreneurialship at 1:50 in the morning. It's not gonna go well for you. Next up, we have all three of the V's in a loading screen, because I figured I'd give them a group one, and his pickaxe would be a camera rig. Now, I'm using a pickaxe that's already in the game as a placeholder, because, there's no real good camera rig images to use, but it would be a Vox Industries camera rig like the ones we see in Stayed Gone. And now, almost last, but certainly not least, we have Vox himself, who, do I really need to describe our flat-faced prince? It's Vox. You know what he looks like, and there's not much to say about him besides that. So we're going to go up to the top right corner now and have a look at what's going on up there. We have the Vark glider. Now, Vark is Vox's hammerhead shark pet from a lot of the pre-release content, as in posts and stuff on social media between the pilot on YouTube and the actual show's release. So, there's a good amount to say on Vark, and not a lot for me to say on Vark, but he's a thing. He seems to have gotten a robotic makeover, assuming that is actually meant to be Vark, which, considering there's only one hammerhead shark we've seen in the entire lore, I would say there's a good chance it is actually Vark, and assuming it is, I really, really hope we see more of him. So, to get Vark as a glider, you would need to collect 6 computer chips, and these would work just like the chakras that are in the Avatar event right now. So if you don't know how this works, I don't know, you should by now. You should. Vark would be a surfing glider, and he would serve as Vox and Velvet's glider, considering Val has his whole wings going on. Lucky Moth can fly by himself. So now we're going to move on to some quick map changes before the video ends. So if the Hazbin Hotel takes the place of the Grand Glacier Hotel, like I said in my first video, I think it's only fitting if the V's Tower ends up in Reckless Railways, just a short drive down the road, because poetic license. And also, you know, the V's gotta have somewhere to stay. I don't think they're crashing with the gods, that's for sure. And that brings us to the end of this video. Almost, because I want to say my little piece here. So, I do not have any plans to do another Hazbin concept for Fortnite anytime soon, besides maybe a bug fixes type video if someone finds a glaring problem with either of them. But since I don't really see any of those happening, at least until when Season 2 comes out, this is going to be the last concept. And that's assuming Season 2 has anything worth, you know, treading old ground on. Because, like, maybe Lilith, I could maybe do Cherry if they do more of Cherry, but, you know, it all depends on what they do for Season 2. So, this will be the last Hazbin-related video, at least concept-related video. I do have some other Hazbin-related, or Hazbin-adjacent stuff that I think would be fun, that's kind of like meme-y and kind of just a funny concept, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna, how quickly I'm gonna get around to those, because I have other, you know, ideas, I have other things I gotta do. I have a whole script from my main channel I have to go record. So, you know, if you like the Middle-earth Shadow games, you can go over there. That's an option, but I think now is the time for me to do the outro. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button down below, because it really helps me out and tells me you like the video. And if you like what I do, don't forget to subscribe for more. With that, see you all next time, and remember,
that's good television!